Principle 5. Shape self-stimulatory behavior. Everyone engages in self-stimulatory behavior. Self-stimulatory behaviors are repetitive movements of the body or objects or repetitive vocalizations. Some common examples of this found in typical people are nail biting, finger drumming or tapping, knee bouncing, and hair twirling. Stereotypies can involve any or all of the body's sensory system, including the visual, auditory, tactile, taste, and smell channels. Let me give you some examples that individuals with ASD might engage in for each of these. In the visual area, they may stare at dust in the light. Auditory area, they may engage in TV talk or humming. Tactile, they might rub their hand over a surface several times or scratch. Taste, they may lick an object or chew an object. Smell, they may sniff people or sniff objects. As you can see from these examples, children with ASD engage in self-stimulatory behaviors that look very different from the behaviors that you or I may engage in. These behaviors look different, however, they serve the same purpose or function. Oftentimes, self-stimulatory behavior is viewed as a negative behavior or something to get rid of. Self-stimulatory behavior should never simply be extinguished. Instead, it should be shaped if necessary, and it should be given a time and a place. Because the self-stimulatory behavior serves a purpose, if the behavior is extinguished, the child will find another behavior to try to replace it. Tell a child to stop biting his shirt or his pencil, and he may begin to bite himself or others instead. So, how can you shape this behavior? The biting behavior is likely fulfilling an oral need for the child, so you think about socially appropriate replacements such as chewing on a plastic pen or tubing or chewing gum. When the child begins to engage in the shirt chewing behavior, gently stop the child and offer the child a replacement. Reward the child for choosing the more appropriate choice. Change will not happen overnight, and you may have to search out and try multiple appropriate replacements. For some behaviors, replacement may not be an option. You may have to carve out a time and a location and put it into the child's schedule. An example I love to use is of a young man with Asperger's syndrome who works at a university. As a child, he engaged in rocking, but never while sitting in a rocking chair. His rocking behavior was eventually shaped to a rocking chair. Today, this young man works several hours a day but has a rocking chair in his office for self-stimulatory breaks. If you're thinking about setting up a sensory room in your home or classroom, spend some time observing the child. If your child loves to jump or skip, consider a mini tramp. If he likes to spin, consider a swing or a sit and spin. It may also be necessary to have an occupational therapist with expertise in sensory processing perform an evaluation to determine the best items to meet their sensory needs. Remember, the child's sensory needs will change over time, and therefore strategies will need to change as well.